Then what's the second commandment?
Do not make graven images.
You mean, and you're Orthodox? You asking me that question?
No, it's because many of the people or Protestants that I've talked to always refer
Or you mean, so
to that verse.
the sessions I did and the articles I wrote on what that means and doesn't mean, you didn't watch them?
Now, I'm fairly new to your channel and I've searched them, but
Hold on.
maybe I didn't find
Hold
it.
on, hold on. You ready? You ready?
Let's
You
go.
see this guy here? This guy's my friend Dino. You see Dino?
What's up, Dino?
Dino's always chilling. He's always chilling like a villain. Look how much Dino loved me. Look how much he loved me. You see? You see Dino? He loved me enough. He gave me ice cream for my cheat day. You see? Oh man, she's so nice. You see? You see how nice he is? Hold on, let me go full screen. Today we're gonna introduce all my friends. You see? You see this here? Oh, it's what happened? Oh yeah, right there. See? All these pies for my cheat day. And look at the ice cream, Ben and Jerry. Oh, so nice. So nice. So Dino wants to get in the conversation too. Can I ask him some question?
Yeah, let's go.
Dino, it's my friend Canny. Yeah, it's uncanny. Very uncanny. Hold on. Give him a break. He's asking me, Dino, the question. What do I do with the second commandment? You shall make no images of anything in heaven, on earth, sea below, and bow down to them. Oh, tell him that I already have a lot of sessions and articles addressing what it means and doesn't mean. 1 second. Explain to him how in that same Exodus, in chapter 25, verses 18 to 22, God told Moses to fashion the mercy seat and make two cherubim, which are creatures in heaven with outstretched wings, covered with gold. So the same God who said no image told Moses to make an image. Okay, so he wanted me to tell you, if you read it in context, the same God told Moses to make an image of two spirit creatures as part of the mercy seat. So now he wants you to ask you the question. Does that mean God contradicted himself?
No, he didn't. I have one more verse.
But before you go down,
If
okay, hold on, man.
okay.
Oh, and he said, tell him in Numbers 21, verses 4 to 9, God also told Moses to make an image of a bronze serpent. And whoever looks to that image will be cured. You sure? Wait a second. You got to be kidding me. Wow. He said, and Jesus even appealed to that image as a picture of Christ hanging on the cross. Really? Where, Dino? One second, let me see where. Oh, in John 3:14. Like, man, that's why you chilling like a villain. So now he's asking you, did God contradict himself again?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so okay, now go ahead.
I have one more verse. If you could explain the context fully of is Deuteronomy 4:15. They
Yes, John
always refer to
4:15,
that
when
too.
you saw no image when
Yes.
God appeared to you, right? No
Yes.
form. So that you shall not end up making images of anything and worshiping them, right?
Yes.
That's Deuteronomy 4:15-20. But hold on. Let's talk to my friend Bruno.
Let's go.
Okay, you ready for Bruno? Bruno, he always brings the heat. Bruno, this is Bruno. Okay. This is Bruno. He always brings the heat. Watch here. The heat is on. It's on the street. Okay, Bruno. Bruno. Bruno, wake up, man. Wake up. Butch said that thou. Okay. Bruno, in Deuteronomy 4:15-20, where God says that when the Israelites saw the pillar of cloud and pillar of fire, they didn't see a form of God so that they wouldn't make any image of anything to worship it. So he's wondering, does that mean if you have an image, you're sinning? Can you help this man? 1 second. Oh, hold on, I got open to here. Okay, hold on. Huh? Umera. Okay. He said, Has your friend read Numbers 12, verses 6 to 8, where in verse 8, God says to Aaron and Miriam that Moses sees the form of God, the form of Yahweh, in Numbers 12, verse 8, so that Yahweh has a form, and he let Moses see it, but he didn't let the Israelites see it because he wanted to cure them of having images of creatures that they would worship as gods and goddesses because of the paganism that they learned in Egypt. So he's asking you that question. So what do you want me to tell him?
No.
Okay, so hold on. Let me see this again. Hold on. He? Ha uzorna. La. Agamini. Okay, so again, in Numbers 12, 6 to 8, especially verse 8, God says to Miriam and Aaron, and he, Moses, beholds, sees the form of God. So God appeared in a form that Moses saw? Oh, okay, he said yes. So God did show up in a form, and Moses saw the form in the cloud. So then why didn't he allow the Israelites to see that form? Hold on, let me ask you. Okay, he's speaking now Chaldean. Hold on. Sometimes hard to understand the Chaldean dialect because this guy speaks English, German, he speaks Latin and Chaldean. All right. He says the reason why he didn't show up in a form for Israel to see is because the Israelites had just come out of Egypt, and the Israelites were so corrupted by the images of the gods and goddesses in Egypt that God was trying to cure them, heal them of idolatry by not allowing them to see his own shape and form, lest that would then tempt them to make images of creatures to worship as gods. You got it now?
I got it. Thank you.
You should? Because here, let me show you. Numbers 12, 6 to 8. You got it, right?
Yep.
So the same Bible says God appears in a shape and a form. The same Bible says God told Moses to make an image of cherubim. The same Bible says God told Moses to make an image of a serpent. And you got to look at that bronze serpent to be healed. What's going on here? So now you understand what the command doesn't mean? When he says, do not make images of anything in heaven, on earth, or the sea below, he means, do not make an image of a creature that you worship as a god or goddess. Okay?
Understand.
If I make an image of something and I don't worship it as a god or goddess, am I sinning? Am I sinning?
If you're worshipping the graven images?
No, one more time. Stuck for Allah, get stuck for Allah. Now, Butch said that thou. He said your mother's mother. If I make an image of a creature that I don't worship as a god or goddess, am I sinning?
No, you're not.
That's the point. That's why God could tell Moses, make a bronze serpent. That's an image, right? Of something on earth, right?
Yep.
That's Numbers chapter 21, verses 4 to 9, right?
Yes.
So did God break his own command and violate his own command by having them look to an image?
No, it's not contradicting.
Why? Because they didn't take that serpent as a god and worshiped it as a god. But guess what happened? Did you know centuries later, during the reign of Hezekiah, when the Israelites started worshiping the bronze serpent as a god and burned incense to it as a god and worshiped it with the images of other gods, God had it destroyed? Did you know that? Yes, that's 2 Kings 18, verses 1 to 4. So guys, listen. When the bronze serpent started being worshipped as a god, along with the images of other gods and goddesses like Baal, that's when God had the image destroyed. But when the bronze serpent was made and no one started looking to it as a god and depended on it as a god, God had no problem with them looking at it. Now here, Numbers 12, 6 to 8. Numbers 12, 6 to 8. And he said, hear now my words. If there is a prophet among you, Yahweh shall make myself known. I, Yahweh, shall make myself known to him in a vision. I shall speak with him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my household. With him I speak mouth to mouth, indeed clearly, not in riddles. And he beholds the form of Yahweh. But Deuteronomy 4:15-20 says, they saw no form of Yahweh. But here God says, Moses saw the form of Yahweh.
You did.
You see it? It's on the screen, Numbers 12:8. Why then
Yeah.
were you not afraid to speak against my servant, against Moses? So understanding what's happening here, he
Yep.
does not allow them to see his form, lest they're tempted to then make images of creatures and then succumb to worshiping the creatures as gods and goddesses because they just came out of Egypt that's steeped in idolatry. But once they can be cured of idolatry, then having an image of God is not a sin, or having an image of a serpent that you don't worship as a god is not a sin, or having image of cherubim that you don't worship as gods is not a sin.
I understand now.
But go watch my sessions on icons, type in search engine icons, and here, read my article. Here's my article. You see how easy that was? Let me
Yep.
get you my article. You okay with that? So you see it was easy, right?
It was.
Okay, now, aren't you thankful for Dino and Bruno for helping you?
Yep, I'm so helpful. And
Are you going to
also,
pray for them? Are you going to offer up a prayer for them, for Dino and Bruno, for being so kind? Here's the article.
okay.
Okay, any other question? Yeah.
No,
So
that's
when
it.
you pray, can you pray for Butch and Dino and Timmy and Bruno and Jimmy and Joey and Tony and Jose, my table Jose?
I'll pray for them and for you too, bro.